Yeah, hi there. These comments are for, I'm going to just call you Jay as a nickname. All right, first of all, thank you for sending me a message at my email at michael@csusb.edu. So you said, hey, Michael, I'm from Ukraine. I'm just find out that you can help me with the test. I'd like to subscribe your service, but I have a few questions. Number one, I have 4 weeks to prepare to the TOEFL. I can study 10 to 12 hours a day. Right now, my TOEFL score is 60. Can I achieve 90 to 100 in this period of time? I'm teaching pretty fast. What's the difference between 60 and 90 to 100? Waiting for your video response. Okay, good question. Okay, let me ask a question about running. I'm a marathon runner and I do a lot of races and things, okay? And I'm going to connect this back to what you're asking me right now. Okay, how about this? What if you come up to me and say, hey, Michael, I want to run a marathon. My time right now is 4 hours. Can you train me to run a 2 hour and 30-minute marathon in 4 weeks? Okay, my answer is no. It's not enough time. You say, hey, Michael, I can run 200 miles a week, every week, all month long. Now, what do you think is going to happen, Jay, if you run 100 miles every week for 4 weeks? You're going to get injured, right? So you're not even going to show up to the starting line. Now, you're saying that you can study 10 to 12 hours a day to get ready for the TOEFL. You want to improve your score from 60, which is kind of high intermediate or intermediate level English, to 90 to 100, which is advanced. And studying 10 to 12 hours a day, you're probably going to go crazy, and I'm not sure that's the best way to do it. Remember, it's not just studying, it's getting the exposure and the experience with the English language. Jay, there's 3 basic things you have to do to learn a language and to get a high score in the TOEFL. Number 1, you have to practice. It looks like you want to practice. Number 2, you're motivated, or you need to have motivation, I think, which you have. Now, 3 is time. You need to practice your English for an extended period of time. So normally, students who use my service, they will improve their TOEFL score anywhere from 5 to 10 points any given month while using my service. So let me give you an example of someone last month who just posted. If you go to my testimonials, you'll see him first. Now, when I met him back in February, his TOEFL score was 108, which is already really high, right? Now, his speaking was 20, which was not good. And he wanted to improve his speaking score to 26 points. Now, he used my service for almost 2 months, and after about 8 weeks, he was able to improve his TOEFL score to 116, and he did improve his speaking to 26 points. So he did it, but he did it in 2 months. Now, you're trying to go almost 30 or 40 points in 4 weeks. I'm not going to say that you can't do it. I'm just saying that it's very unlikely that I or any other service can help you get to that goal in that short a time. But I can help you, and I'm willing to help you, and I hope that you will join my service. But I'm also hoping that you'll give me more time than just 4 weeks, because that's a very limited, I think, amount of time. And quite frankly, based on your email, you do have a lot of grammar and vocabulary problems. I can tell from your writing that you're struggling a little bit, and it will take you a little bit more time to solve some of these problems. For example, you say, I'm just fine, I am fine. You probably should say there, I just found out. I think using the past tense there is going to work better than what you did. Now, if you do want to use the be verb am, you can say, I am finding out. But it doesn't really make sense to say it that way. So I can tell from your grammar and your language that you're struggling. And see, these are language problems that you have to solve. And before you can really do well on the speaking and the writing sections, you need to work through these language problems. Now, I got good news for you, Jay. That's exactly why I created the 7-step system to pass the TOEFL IBT, is to help people like you and thousands of other students who need to solve language problems, who want to become more advanced in their English proficiency. And that's why I designed my 7-step system to help you improve in 7 key areas: vocabulary, pronunciation, grammar, reading, listening, writing, and speaking areas. I suggest, now of course you can use my service and my TOEFL course however you want. You can study everything at once. You can delay and study things on a day-to-day basis. You can use it however you want. Now here's my suggestion. I think for you, based on your goals, I would suggest that you use my service for 3 to 4 months. For the first month, focus in the vocabulary, pronunciation, and grammar sections of my online TOEFL course. That's my recommendation. For the second month, focus in the reading and the listening sections of my TOEFL course. And then for maybe months 3 and 4, you can focus in the writing and the speaking areas. Remember that the first 3 parts of my course are to help build your basic English proficiency. You need the basics. You have to work on those basics. I can tell from your email that you definitely want to work on some of those basic things. You need better vocabulary. You need better grammar. And probably your pronunciation also needs some improvement as well. Am I right? And the good thing is I can help you with all those areas. So at this point, Jay, go back to my website. It's very easy to subscribe. Click on where it says join my service, and there's just a few steps involved there. And as soon as you subscribe and make your payment, I will send you an email giving you your username and your password so that you can start beginning your lessons immediately. All right? Anyway, thank you very much for contacting me, and all the best to your high-scoring TOEFL success.